Alright, welcome everyone. You'll want to stick around if you want to learn how to design a quick jig in Fusion 360. That's what I'm about to do. If you're new to 3D printing, you want to stick to it. If you're an expert, well, you could just hang out. So I'm going to create a sketch. This is a jig that I'm creating for a drilling a hole directly in the center of a board that I crafted to be a threshold between two rooms. And the purpose of the jig is just to make sure that when I drill the hole along the length of the board, that I pick the point directly in the center. Now I can measure, but I've always found that when I measure and make a mark, it's not perfect, and things like that kind of bother me. So if you want to know how to do that, you'll sit through. It should be quick. If I'm successful at this, it will be quick. If I fail, it'll be forever. You hear Johnny laughing. He's playing Fortnite, I think. Let me load up my YouTubes. Johnny, turn the volume down. Hey Mike, thanks for joining. Alright, we're in Fusion 360. I'm creating a jig. I'm in sketch mode. It's a quick jig. I'm going to 3D print it. Why? Because I can. And I got my measurements already. It's 140 millimeter wide. So I'll go 146 millimeters. So I can have 3 millimeters on both sides. Nope, wrong measurement. I want to go lengthwise. That's the way my brain works. So we'll do 6 millimeters, 5 millimeters tall, 146 millimeters wide, right? And then I get to pick a center point in here. So I'll do a sketch of a line. I could just hit L for line. I'll pick a construction point, and I'll do a midpoint this way, and then I'll draw a dot or a point, and I'll pick the point right here. And you see is, let me zoom in on this part so you can see what's going on. So if I drag this, I want to place a point because it'll make things easier for me. I'll just, as I drag along, it shows me the midpoint icon, which is that little blue triangle there. Click on that, there's my point. All right, now I need a hole. That is a center diameter hole. And I don't want that to be construction, so I'll turn that feature off. And I want this to be 2.7 millimeters. And that's for the drill bit. I measured the drill bit with my calipers. Right, so there we go. So that's where the drill will go through. Now on this side, since it's 140 millimeters, but this is, if I hit I to measure, I can click on this length and see it's 146. So I want to sacrifice 3 millimeters on the edge. I'm just going to do a 2-point rectangle. Let me zoom in more so you can appreciate what I'm doing here. Why is it lagging? Are we lagging? No, we're good. Just lagging on my phone, it looks like. So, do the rectangle again. And I'm just going to go through 3 millimeters wide all the way up to the top here. So 3 millimeters. Alright, so we got that guy, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other end. And I'm holding in the mouse wheel and dragging to the left. Let's zoom in some more, and we'll repeat. I can right click and choose repeat rectangle. Same process. Come down, lock it in place on this, and then there I'm going to change it to 3 millimeters. No, that is not right. Repeat rectangle. 3 millimeter. Alright, so now I'm going to extrude this. So I'm going to extrude this I'll go half an inch, 3/4, half an inch should be enough. Extrude. No, I'll go a little bit more. So I'll probably go 20 millimeters. Is that too much? That might be too much. I might be stupid. I'm calling stupid on that one. All right, let's extrude. We'll go, let's do 15 millimeters. I think if that's enough. All right, now I got to. The problem is that hey, NJ Printing, thanks for joining. The problem with this is that the sketch disappears all the time, and I kind of hate that. So I got to keep going back here. There's got to be a feature to turn that off. And then I'm going to repeat the extrude, and we're going to go 15 millimeters. This one might not have to be as deep, so let's go 10 millimeters. Then I'm going to go 3 millimeters. Is 3 millimeters enough? It's probably too much. All I'm using this for is a jig. It doesn't have. I'm just using it to find the center. Not doing anything fancy. So let's go with 2 millimeters. And there we go. Here's a jig. I just designed this super fast in Fusion 360. It doesn't have to be strong. It is just to find the center. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's just to find the center. Then I've hit the I key, and I can highlight just this line here. It'll report that it's 140 millimeters, which is the measurement that I need it to be for the inside. And these outer pieces are just to get the piece sandwiched in there. And you know, I'm going to drop this down. So one cool thing about Fusion 360 is you can work with the model after the model is created. So I can right click on this face, move, copy. I can select faces in here, and I can drag this down until I think it's appropriate. So I want to go right about there. Nope, you know, 3 just seems. Wait, so that's 8. So if we go 3, that'll leave me at 5. So that's good. And then this side needs to be a little bit longer because there's a chamfer on the wood, and I want to make sure that it's locked in good. Let's take a measurement here. So our measurement there is 13 millimeters. I think we're good. So I'm going to save this to a file. Right. So we'll do save. And this will be a threshold jig. And this is what 3D printing is helping with. It's helping to create tools for industry. This is used in industry. Like people just like whip up a print. They'll spend like, and then this model is sacrificial, so they can reuse this model over and over again just by printing it. They go to lunch and they come back and the print's done, and then they can use it. So if you schedule your time right, you can utilize 3D printing technology so it's not holding you up. All right, now I'm going to save this 3D print model that I created. And we have to save this out to our 3D printing folder. And we will call this a threshold jig. Threshold jig version 1. Now I'm going to open up Slicer. This is the Prusa slicer. I also have to open up Octoprint. So let's do Octoprint. Octoprint. The printer's turned on. We're ready to go. And then, let's see, what do we got? New release. So, Octoprint 1.3.7 is released. It's good news. All right, so let's connect. I think we're connected already. Connection, yeah, we're connected. Control, yep, we're got control. Let's add this model that we created. And we're talking threshold, jig. Here we go, there's our jig. Real easy, right? And then we're gonna slice it. That'll be real quick, and then we'll export this to a G-code file. So it's not taking long at all. And we will upload this file that was just created. And why isn't it saved? Where did it save that file at? Upload. Oh, because I'm in video editing. Yeah. Wrong place. Projects, 3D printing. And we want to go to threshold. And we'll open up the G-code. Should be a small file. Four hours to print. Ugh. Alright, is what it is. Total print time 12 minutes. Oh, uploaded 4 hours ago. What? What's the time difference there? Alright, 12 minutes to print. That is reasonable. Alright, so now we're waiting for that to wake up. Yo, what's up, Walter? Oh yeah, brother. I stream a lot. Yeah, it's I like to stream. I want to get better at streaming. I got the Stream Deck. I got my Yeti microphone, my Yeti Pro, I think. Not the Pro, no. It's the Black Yeti. And let's see, I got my 2 cameras set up. I need to get some more. I got to work with you on getting my OBS set up, so I'll do that in another live stream. But I gotta edit these videos on that table I worked on. That's some stuff that I'm behind on. I don't know if you remember that coffee table I created, but yeah, I'm behind on that. So now we're just waiting to get this thing started. So this is a jig that I created, and I just created it in Fusion 360. Real easy, and all it is just to find the center. So that I drill directly in the center, because look, I'm going to be walking over this thing in our kitchen that separates our kitchen and our dining room, and I don't want to see a hole that's like a 1/2 millimeter over this way and another hole that's a 1/2 millimeter over that way, even though I measured exactly and thought I drew the line perfectly and thought when I put the drill bit on it that it was dead center, and only to find out that, well, the drill bit moved a little bit, or the hole that I put, the mark that I put was off. So it's just a nerd in me that's doing this. But I was explaining earlier that industry is using 3D printing to create things like this, jigs that are used in everyday manufacturing now, almost like to hold things in place, to find the center, to find an exact offset. I mean, it's possible that they want something that's going to be exactly 1 inch from the edge, so they'll 3D print something that'll do just that. And then it's throwaway. If it breaks, you just 3D print another one over your lunch break. Come back and it'll be done. Like this print here, I designed it. If I need to do it again, like in an industry, think about it. You got something you're going to repeat over and over and over again. Yeah, why not 3D print a jig? Alright, so this thing should be good. Should be real good. Yeah, your printer, Walter, is making the rounds on Twitter, man. It's all over the place. So that's good for you, man. Get you some sponsors. And you got a webpage yet? I should make you admin here. Let's see. I can put you in timeout. Yeah, just put you in timeout. Getting on my last nerve, son. Alright, so you should be mod. So if you got a website, post your website in there. Yeah, post the link to your website, and then everybody can get to your channel because they can just click on your name and get to your channel. So that's not that important. You're like, wow, I'm a mod. The best was when I was watching back the footage of me giving you the sticker, and you were like, "Sweet, man." That was the best. That's why this thing's only going to take 12 minutes. Jesus, it's so small. It looked bigger on the slicer than it did on the bed. I guess objects on slicer appear larger than they really are. There's his website. Let's see what we got here. Here we go. We are currently building the site. That's fine. Where's that go? And stay connected. You got your Facebook in there. You got your YouTubes. And you got a Twitterverse. So you're good there. You got your Gmail. Yeah. Sweet country folk. Yeah, you know what? Right here, you need to edit this right now, brother. You need to put the picture of your printer there. And then put, we create things like this. Because everybody's going to recognize that printer. And then do me one more solid and get your logo up there. The latest logo that you got on your YouTube. You got to do that right now. Oh, cool. So is that through work that you have that, or somebody donated that, or you're paying for that? That's cool. So at least at a minimum on your website, you'll have your photo, your logo, I mean, and you'll have you'll have the photo of your printer. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I got the same thing going on with the server I got, but I'm not on Microsoft's thing. Why does the video look like crap? Does the video look fine to you? Are you watching it in 1080p? Dance a jig, yeah, I've done that before. Yes, I've done the Irish jig before, and it doesn't look pretty at all. People like walk away like this when they see me do that. Sup, my 3D peeps? Now we're just hanging out waiting for this print to get done. So yeah, I just designed this little piece here in Fusion 360. All it is a jig just to find the center. I measured this piece with my calipers. It's 140 millimeters wide, so I made this jig that is exactly 140 millimeters wide in the center. And it's just to find the hole for a number 8 screw. the center point, because I want the hole to be directly in the center. And I'm even going to build a jig. I'm not going to 3D print it. This I can just build myself. I'll make sure that after I drill the first hole, that each subsequent hole after that is the same, is equidistant all the way along. I think I might do like 4 or 6 screws. So I'll make sure I pick a value that's like equidistant so that it's appealing to the eye. So I might go like every 1.5 feet or something. Hey Mike, thanks for joining, brother. No, I'm on the 50. Oh man, I really look fat now. You thought I looked fat before? Damn, he's fat. Because objects on the TV appear larger. Dancing Jake if they survived, yeah. Man, Bruce Willis, you say that, man, I think about the Christmas movies he made. Die Hard. And you know, we talk about the Christmas movies like that. What's your favorite Christmas movie? Die Hard. And people are like, what? Like, yeah. Look at it. Alright, let's see how this print's going. We're on Z 1.6. I forget how tall this was. So let's see, I can hit the eye. This is what's cool about Fusion 360. If you don't know Fusion 360, so I can hit the I key to measure from this point to that point. And that is a distance of 2 millimeters. So we're almost with 2 more layers, and then we're going to switch to the other layers on the other side. Wait, so Death Wish reboot, wasn't that the one with Charles Bronson? Was it Charles Bronson? I want to say Charles. Why am I saying Charles Bronson? Was it Charles Bronson? So Death Wish, wasn't that the one with the RC car? That was the that they could use that to detonate. Yo, Ron. Man, we got a full crew here now. I can't stop streaming now. Jeez. So I was showing Country 3D's website. Everybody get on him right now. Tell him he's got to work on getting at least a photo of his 3D printer up there and the logo that who created it for him. Doom. I love Doom. So if the hike is centered between the posts, you can twist it to regain center. Uncle Ron. Oh yeah, Deadpool. Yeah, Deadpool was the RC car. Oh, the movies that start with D. We gotta get a the next video I do. I just gotta do a hangout and then say, look, you know, the first. I think we can have up to 9 or something. The first 9 people to join in, you're in. And then we can just sit here and have a chat. So that'll be my next live stream. It'll be a hangout. You just come in, we start talking. I do my thing with live streaming, just trying to do it, and all you guys just create a ruckus. where's this print? I don't want to turn around, so I was looking at the camera. So you're still following what I'm doing? That's dangerous. I cannot condone that. I have to say that you must end this stream now, Ron, because it's not safe. At least don't look at the phone. See, we got 7 viewers now. Wow, I can't end the stream. All right, so to recap, I created a jig. It's really stupid. I say it's really stupid and like kind of kidding around. I mean, I think it's really awesome that I was able to create this jig. I'm using a drawing program. I created a jig. Its sole purpose is to find the exact center of a board, a threshold that I created. That's to go between my kitchen and dining room. And I wanted to make sure that the screws that I used to secure the threshold to the floor, or I should say the subfloor, is in the exact center, because when I'm off by the slightest amount, it just tweaks me. And by having it in the exact center, it's going to look cool. That's kind of why I'm doing that. Ah, pig roaster. So you're not picking up a pig roast, you're picking up a pig roaster so you can roast a pig. Like a whole pig? Alright, let's see how much time we got left on this print. We are 12 minutes. Oh, total print time. We're 2 minutes left. Oh, so we can end the stream in about 3 minutes. That's cool. So I'll pop it off the bed, we'll take a look at it. That's good stuff. Sean, you got a website for your channel? So that's a new thing. I was watching Owen Hemsath. He's got a YouTube channel. He's called Owen Video. Actually, it's Asterix Owen Video. And he was talking today that you need a website, and the reason why is because the website is going to allow you to communicate to sponsors, and sponsors who's going to drive your so create a website. I have to create the website too, so I got to follow my own advice. His point was, and you can find it on TubeBuddy. Actually, let's see if I can find it right now. Let's see. Let me go to YouTube's. Let's see. Go here. This is that's
I talk to you guys.
Yeah,
I try to do no edit.
All right, so we want to see Owen Video. All right. Owen Video. Now this could be on TubeBuddy and not Owen Video. Yeah, so it was today, so I have to go to TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy. Oh, that's cool though. Yeah, so I mean, we know each other, right? So I mean, it's like when you're talking to people in the 3D printing community, it's fine. It's like more for like you want to get like DeWalt or somebody like that. I think that's where they were going. And there you go. The latest video on TubeBuddy. So let's see if we can pop this off the bed. Oh yeah. Shucky ducky. Here we go. Let's see if I can switch the camera here. So there we go. That's the part. I just got to be careful with it because it's fragile, I'm sure. But this is all just to find the center. So I'm going to go out there and start wrecking some shop. And then after I drill these holes, I got to apply a little dab of boiled linseed oil to the holes. And then after I'm done with the holes, and I'm going to coat everything with a couple coats of poly, I think. And then we'll call it quits. That's good. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate you that. Hey, Mass Answer, thanks for joining, but I'm just about to end. That doesn't mean I won't be streaming late tonight, but I know that that's a problem for you because you're in the UK. So, Mass Sensor was one of a couple people who donated to the channel. Make sure you check out his channel. He does a lot of gaming. Yep, that's appreciate you stopping in, brother. And thanks, Walter, and everybody else for joining in, hanging out. Updated the site. Let's see this. I gotta see this. All right, F5 to refresh. Oh yeah, there we go. We're getting some business there. Yep, you at least got the printer there. That's the puppy right there. Yep, that's exactly it. In the meantime, we will keep building stuff like this 3D printer. Oh, I gotta show it on the channel. There we go. There's the channel. Let's see if that updates. And that's this is Walter's Country 3D. Let's see, let me zoom in. So, Mass Sensor, just real quick. So, Walter Country 3D, he 3D printed that stuff. Also, check out a skewed view. It creates some major weapons and stuff. Awesome stuff. All right, well, I'm gonna end this, and I appreciate you hanging out, and we'll chat later on. All right, peace out, guys. This was created with 3D printing. Thank you, everyone.